even when their backs are against the wall. I think this is a Chiefs team that is mildly uninterested by the regular season, wants us to wake them when the playoffs start. The Chiefs will be just fine. Every other team in the league would trade for their problems.
Okay, but can I just say this? Since week 9, all 7 of Kansas City's wins have been decided by 6 or fewer points. The Chiefs' defensive efficiency ranks 26 in the NFL during that span, although they allowed just 14 points to the Falcons in Week 16. But look at these games. Panthers, Raiders, you got the Broncos on there. You got the Falcons on there. And quite honestly, when Green Bay sort of, if they get home field in all of this, Rex Ryan had a very interesting point. Take a listen to this.
And quite honestly, when Green Bay takes this team down to Tampa for the Super Bowl, if the Kansas City Chiefs are there, Ryan, I think Green Bay is going to beat them. I don't want them to. Ryan, I've said all the whole season, I don't want the Packers to because they butchered the draft. But, man, my eyes are telling me that this is the best team in the NFL.
This team is better than the Chiefs.
This
team is better than
right now, I believe they are.
Okay. Marcus, what do you think? Not fine. Not even an answer, just
say it. I got 31 problems and the Chiefs ain't one. I'm going to tell you that, all right? You can get enamored with these scores. You can get enamored with all of this stuff that's going on. They are winning. How many losses the Chiefs have? 1, and that team had to score 40. I get it. I love the way Green Bay is playing. I think Buffalo is a challenge. All of these teams are challenges. It's the NFL. Like, it's going to be hard to win these games. The Chiefs were down big in the playoffs last year and had to come back in multiple games. But Patrick Mahomes still play for them. Andy Reid's still there. This team still puts out the best offense in the NFL. Like, look, this is a part of being champions. This is a part of being as good as the Kansas City Chiefs have been. Everybody's going to give you their best game. It says more about the Kansas City Chiefs that they are only standing there with 1 loss, knowing that everybody is trying to crack the code and figure out how to beat them, and they just keep winning. So I'll let everybody else have problems with the Chiefs. I'm going to have problems with everybody else until somebody beat them.
Okay, Jeff?
Yeah, Rex Ryan, he's high, bro. Like, let's be real. You talking about a team that's lost 1 game. Listen, 1 game. Bro, I don't care how many you win by, bro. Like, the league is about winning and losing. You win them all. And by the way, they went. You named the weak squad. They went to Tampa. They went to Buffalo. They beat all the best teams on the road. It doesn't matter where they're playing. And you're telling me that you're going to write off the Kansas City Chiefs because it doesn't look as good? That's absolutely ridiculous, man. This is a good football team that gets, to Swagu's point, gets challenged by the very best effort each and every week, and they continue to find ways to win, man. Nobody's drawing pictures, right? Nobody draws pictures of the wins like my golf game. I don't even draw. I just want the score. The score for the Chiefs is 14-1. That's pretty freaking good, man. I'm going to ride with them Chiefs.
All right. Okay. And by the way, just to clarify here, Rex was saying he thinks the Packers could beat the Chiefs. So he wasn't saying it's a down season or anything like that, but still, I got you.
No. Ryan Smith, we ain't doing that. Rex Ryan said the Packers better than the Chiefs.
Yes,
That's
he did.
what I heard.
My eyes
he did.
And I don't believe it.
I'm not trying to defend him. It's not like that. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. I want the record to be clear.
Can we talk about, here's the other thing that gets me about the AFC. I want to talk about these 10-5 teams. In the AFC, you got 5 of them right there. All these with 10-5 records. One of them's going to miss out on the playoffs. ESPN's FPI currently gives the Browns the lowest chance of the group to make the postseason, although a win over Pittsburgh would punch their ticket in. So, guys, I want you to give me which team in the AFC you think will miss the playoffs. Marcus, I'll start with you.
Unfortunately, it hurts me. I think it's the Cleveland Browns. And look, we've talked about Pittsburgh and their problems, but the Browns' problem is what Pittsburgh does well, and that's coverage on the back end.
That's right.
And this team just looks like they have issues when it's time to step up. Listen, I've been one of the harshest critics of Baker Mayfield. He's had his best season. I wanted the Browns to make the playoffs. I wanted these fans to have an opportunity to cap off a really good season. And it's not over yet. I just don't think they beat Pittsburgh. So going forward, hopefully the Browns continue to build and don't lose to the Jets, right? But with that being said, I got to pick the Browns because they play the Pittsburgh Steelers for a get-in game.
Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going Browns as well. For a lot of the reasons Swag was saying, I'm so disappointed in the game plan against the Jets that Chubb and Hunt didn't get more and more totes, 15 totes for one of the best run games in the NFL. All your receivers are gone, so let's throw it 53 times. We'll trick them. I'm not sure what we're doing from the staff of Stefanski. I'm just disappointed in that, and I think that's ultimately what cost them because I don't think they beat the Steelers this weekend, which is a terrible thing. It's not a failure as a season, but man, it is tough pill to swallow not being able to make the playoffs.
Yeah, Dan Graziano.
I picked the scenario I knew these guys weren't going to pick. My pick is Tennessee. Listen to this. If they lose and the Colts win the AFC South. This can happen. J.J. Watt is trying to rally the troops with a post-game press conference about pride and professionalism. It could happen. Houston could upset Tennessee. And in terms of the Browns, yes, it would be very Browns for them to have tanked their whole season because their wide receivers wanted to go hot tubbing together. But I don't think the Steelers are going to put all their starters on that field on Sunday.
All right, so I have to say, guys, I picked the Dolphins, and here's why. They got to play the Bills. They got to play the Bills at home, and the Bills still have something to play for. And while I like what Brian Flores is doing, and while I like this two-quarterback system, and while I like that everybody's getting along in that locker room, and they're all trying to rally behind it, the problem is they're playing one of the best teams in AFC, if not in the league. And that's going to be very, very hard for these Dolphins to overcome.